everyone. Welcome back to, what day are we on? Day four? Four of How to Build Your Team. We've got a surprise guest for you who's going to talk to you right at the very beginning. I introducing you to the lovely Dan Orchard. So I'm going to pass it straight over to Dan, and he is going to talk to you all things sponsoring.
All things sponsoring.
Anything you like. Give us some encouragement.
All right.
Words of wisdom.
So we're in Manchester right now.
Hi.
And I'm here with two of our most incredible leaders here. And they told me that you're doing 10 days in a row?
10 days in a row.
Day 4.
Yeah. Day 4.
And I get to talk about sponsoring. And I see some incredible leaders in here. Whitney, Katie, you guys are amazing. I see so many of you. Thank you for spending your time and investing in your business. So I got to keep it short because I'm about to go speak at our UK leadership meeting in just a moment. But I've been thinking about sponsoring, and this is the most critical area of our business. It is the lifeblood of Scentsy. When I say lifeblood, if you look up that definition, because I'm a nerd and I probably did at one point, it is necessary to keep Scentsy alive. That's how important sponsoring is. It's the lifeblood. So if you think about those around you that are the best sponsors, those people that have built their business to make it last, to change the trajectory of their lives, you can see that they have something different about how they do things compared to everyone else. And sponsoring follows that exact same trait. And it is consistency. Consistency over intensity. So I know we're doing this for 10 days. This is day 4. But the more consistent you are, the better results you're going to get for the long run. It's not about doing something really intense or in the face or trying to get huge success in a short period of time. It's about that consistency. It's about not asking people to join randomly, but it's about who should I connect with today. That's my sponsoring tips that I would recommend to all of you. And when you look to those that are really successful, some that have built something very, very special, it is those that spend just a little bit of time building momentum by doing daily tasks that make a difference.
Love that.
There you go.
Words of wisdom from Dan Orchard. I love that. I love that. Hey. That was your extra surprise. Is it over to me?
Yeah, it's over to you.
You get handed over to me. We won't be long. Right, hey guys. So I'm going to talk to you today very briefly about attracting your teamies in using your social media. And this is something actually I'm really passionate about. I love social media. I have probably been in Dan's inbox many times talking about social media, and he's like, yes, Lisa. But I absolutely love it. And I think one of the biggest things is making sure you're really using that free platform that we've got. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all of those, they are completely free to you. You do not need to pay to use them right now. So we need to be using them and utilizing them as much as you possibly can. And don't get me wrong, social media is not the be all and end all. When you're in person, that also is a really big thing in terms of attracting your dream team members in. But for me, using your socials is somewhere where you can connect with people. You can show who you are on social media. You don't have to, you're not just a Scentsy consultant. Like we talked about on some of our previous trainings, you've got to be thinking along the lines of, why would somebody buy from me when they could buy from 500 other people in the country? Why would they choose me? So you need to work out, like, what's your thing that makes you connect with people. Now, for me, a big thing that connects me with a lot of people where I'm finding people right now is a few of I call them pillars. They're like it's like your brand. Your pillars become your brand. So things that people would associate with me would be going to the gym. That is a big part of my personality. My Instagram, one of my handles on there is like life in leggings, because I'm not today, but normally I am in my gym gear every day. I go to the gym most days. I run most days. Fitness is a big part of my life, and it's a big part of who I was before I was a Scentsy consultant. And whenever I've done any training on how to find new team members, I always say to people, well, who were you before you were a Scentsy consultant? Because that's the person that you want to be attracting into your business. business. You want to attract people that are like you, because those people are going to work like you work. And that is something that I've really noticed when I look at a lot of my team. A lot of the people that I've attracted into my business have always been people that are very similar to me, which that's what I'm looking for. I would like 10 of me, 20 of me. That would be the dream. So think about who you were before Scentsy, and think about trying to make sure that you're sharing those type of things as well as Scentsy. People don't just want to see Scentsy all the time. They want to see, how do I fit fitness into my life, and how does Scentsy fall into that too? How can I marry the two together? How can I marry the fact that I'm a busy mum of 3 boys? That's pretty hectic in my house, as you can imagine. There's a lot of football and there's a lot of crazy that goes on there. But how can I marry that with my Scentsy life? How can I create Me Too moments? I've talked about this before on trainings, and those Me Too moments are where people say, oh, me too, I really will what's the word, like relate, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you. I really relate to that, because I have that in my life too. I it's a relatable moment. They're the things that are going to draw people in as they see what you're doing in your day-to-day life, and then you slip Scentsy into there, and that's where the trust comes. They trust you because they relate to you. They're like, I'm like that person. Think about all the people you follow on social media. You probably follow lots of people that like things that like you, and you think all the time as you scroll, oh, that's me. Oh, that's me. How many times have you scrolled and thought, oh, that's me? That's me. And that's where you want to be putting yourself out there, looking for those dream team members and using that social media to draw new people in, find new customers, and then have those conversations. Because as your relationships build, you naturally will start to have conversations, because you're going to have a natural, what's the word? Like a natural connection. Thank you. I love training with you too. They're like filling me with all the right words. And you're going to have a natural connection, and then the sale or the join conversation is going to be simplicity. It's going to be so simple, because you've got a natural common ground to be able to offer a free sample, to be able to offer the join conversation. Exactly as I talked about with you guys yesterday. You know, the fitness coach that I was telling you about that was in my inbox? I asked her the question. I said, Crystal, have you ever tried Scentsy? And if not, have you ever considered doing something like this alongside what you do, your coaching business, her fitness coaching? Turns out she used to be an Amway rep back in the day. And what was the other one? Utility warehouse. And she said to me, I'm not looking to do this right now, but I love the fact that you've asked me that question. And it was a really simple joint conversation that come off of the back of a connection through fitness. That was what drew us both together. It wasn't the fact that I was a Scentsy consultant. Anyway.
Okay. Well, that leads. Hello, guys. Hope you are really well and enjoying your gummies all over here hiding in the corner. Actually, what Lisa's just talked about there leads perfectly into what I was going to say about. So Lisa actually joined because we were both in the fitness world. I was an instructor. She came to one of my classes and vice versa. And that was how we connected. And obviously, you know, we know how that turned out. But it leads nicely into the Scentsy core values, which are simplicity, authenticity, and generosity. And when I speak to team, and when we've obviously shared with you guys, and some of the feedback that you have given us is that, you know, I've got nothing to share, or I'm not interesting. You are interesting to your people. If you walk your dog, or if you need to share what is authentically you, and then it becomes natural and it becomes easy, because when you are just sharing what you love, then you just slip Scentsy into that. So for example, let's talk more about sharing how people work the business, because if people are interested in becoming a Scentsy consultant, they don't know that at that time. They don't know what Scentsy is. They don't see you. So it's really important, to see you. If you're dropping off your borrow bag on the school run, share it. If you're, really, we all should be using Scentsy in our day-to-day life. So if you're using the product, changing the pod in your car, share it. If you are changing your wax, share it. But also, a lot of us fall into these habits of just sharing from a customer perspective, but you need to share how you fit the business into your life. Like I said a couple of days ago, when I was a waitress, I used to take my bag into the staff room. When I was teaching my classes, I used to put my whiff bag on the side when people came in. I took it everywhere with me, but I also told people about it, that I was taking everywhere with me. If you're on a training like this, share a screenshot and share it, because some people might want to join Scentsy for the community, or if you get recognition, share it, because a lot of people won't get recognition in their job. We don't know. The reason we gave you that task yesterday to look at your list and think, right, how could Scentsy bless that person's life, it's not always about income. Some people could be looking to build their confidence. They could be looking for community. They could be looking for a whole host of things. But when you share authentically what you're doing in your day-to-day life, like Lisa said, it's going to create those moments of, oh, I could do that. I could take my whiff bag to the office. I could take it on the school run. I could take it to my tennis lesson. I don't know. All the things that people do. But it's about sharing authentically and not making it salesy, because then other people are going to relate to that too. Okay.
Sorry, we're a bit short and sweet
We're a
today.
bit short.
We're
We're
short on time. Where's the girls?
I can go next, but does Dan want to say anything else before y'all have to go? We appreciate you popping on this. Well, it's morning here. It was originally morning for you. Now it's afternoon for you.
Yeah, it is afternoon now, 1 p.m. So, what are you expecting me to share? Like, divulge some secrets of like what's coming next? Is that what you're asking me now?
Katie said no, but we're up for any information you want to share with us. We just
I'm
appreciate you being
sure.
on.
I'm sure. March is trending to be a very good month. Now, it could be because of our activity promotion, the 200 PRV and 2000 PRV change for February and March, and it continues to be a very strong suit. If you look back to 2025 and look at what we went through, there were some definite headwinds. It was a challenging year, but we also pivoted on our Scentsy rebrand and coming out with new products. What's coming in 2026 is also looking at our programs to make sure that they are bringing the most value to you and your teams. So everything that you just talked about over here and talking about for the future for your Scentsy business is going to dovetail right into what we're looking at with programs. And those programs, what we're getting ready to announce and discuss over the next few months, is going to only put more wind in your sails. And maybe the biggest difference for this, and maybe what separates I don't know what the proper use is, but a customer, sometimes we have consultants that sign up as a customer because they love the product, to a business builder, is to have the vision to be able to see around corners, to have the vision to be able to see that my business, if I want to take it to the next level, I need to do these actions. And if I would leave you with one little just nugget of information, something to take home, put it in your pocket, and just remember, is if you can have that vision to be able to see where your business is today and where you want to take it, and know without a doubt that you can get to where you want to take it, your presence, your contagious optimism, your story, your connection to others will shift so dramatically that you'll wonder, where did this come from? Where did this momentum be built? And it's because of that vision. And if you can clearly articulate what that vision is, it can take your business to whole new levels. I love being on here. Thank you for the invite, you two.
You're so welcome.
The invite was a little bit forced, but I was so happy to do it because I knew who I would be talking with here. You guys are amazing. Love you. Hopefully we get to see you soon at SFR at the home office.
Thank you.
Right, thank you so much.
Thanks,
guys.
Y'all have fun. Katie,
Guys,
you want to go next?
thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. We're not getting off yet. Just them.
Sorry, I had to stop to take some screenshots since Dan was talking, so it was just me and Dan.
Katie loves Dan, if y'all didn't know.
Love him, biggest crush on him. Okay, well, you said you want me to go next?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, I'll make it short and sweet, I promise. So I'm going to touch a little bit on what they just talked about, incorporating your life and Scentsy together. It's no secret. If you follow me on social media, Whitney knows and Chastity knows I am not a social media guru. If I would delete all social media tomorrow. I'm just not. I am one that values being in the present. I don't like having a phone in front of my family and recording all the time. I just don't. But there is value in doing it because you do meet people you want to otherwise meet on the internet. Okay. So I am not the best at it, but what I will say, there is beauty in being real. and being authentic and being not perfect. Listen, if you're somebody who thinks you have to show up perfectly on social media, you're failing at social media. And I say that with so much love. When I used to follow certain people in this business and their life looked so perfect, their relationship with their husbands looked so perfect, their business looked perfect, their leadership looked perfect, everything looked perfect, it made me feel like a failure in my own life. And I know that that is a Katie problem, but it's not relatable. And people don't want to join under perfect. They want to join under train wrecks that are putting in effort. So my biggest tip, if you do follow me on social media, you kind of see this. I am very corny. I find my most joyful laughs every day through memes and reels, and I laugh like it's nobody's business, like crying, laughing. So my first post on social media every day is something funny. It's a meme. It's something funny. It's something that can relatable. People need to feel lighter when they see your content. The world is heavy right now. The world is so heavy. People are so serious. I don't know. The world is heavy. I want when people come to my page to feel lighter. You're not going to find politics on my page. It's nobody's business where I stand on politics. I do talk about God on my page because God is the reason my business has been blessed. He's the reason I have my 2 babies. But I don't talk about religion down people's throats. I don't talk about controversial issues. I just don't, because at the end of the day, you're never going to convince somebody out of their opinion. And too many people fight on the internet. You're never going to convince other people to see things your way. You're just not. So I am very protective over my social media platform. I want when people come to my platform, they see me laughing. They see me joking around. I am unhinged. I'm an unhinged individual. I am medicated now, so some of my unhingedness has gone away a little bit, and I'm thinking about stopping medicine because I need that back. I need my unhinged back, but I'm a little bit unhinged, and I say what I think, and I do what I want to do, and I used to not like that part of myself. I used to really try to hold that in until I had a daughter that's just like me, and I don't want her to hold that in. So ever since I've had my daughter, and she is very unhinged, I have let myself love myself in a way that I've never loved myself before. And there's beauty in that because you're showing other people that they can do it too. So being real on the internet, posting your relationship with your husband, posting your kids. Brinley gets me more views and more likes and more comments than any other post on the internet because Brinley's going to say what she wants to say. She is just an unhinged individual. But how many customers I've attracted because other people have wild second children or wild daughters, or they see that I'm a hot mess, but I'm still running a business while I'm running around and while I'm doing all the things. It inspires other people to do the same. It inspires people. I'm from a little town, like a 1 stoplight town, and sometimes that stoplight don't work. I live in the middle of nowhere. Where I live, people don't dream. They don't dream. They settle for mediocre. They settle for living paycheck to paycheck because that's what everybody around here does. That's the life for everybody. Everybody does that, Katie. Everybody's struggling. I made a decision 9 years ago that I didn't want the rest of my life to be a struggle, and I didn't want my kids to grow up struggling the way that I struggled growing up. Scentsy has allowed me to dream, and I mean big dreams. Sometimes my husband looks at me like I'm a freaking psychopath. Because he's like, that is not possible. I'm like, what ain't possible? I've been to Bora Bora because of Scentsy, and I'll die on that hill. Bora Bora was a dream trip of mine. I attract so many new people because I let myself dream big. And I hadn't always been that way because I cared what other people think, but I dream big, and there's nothing more beautiful than watching your dreams come into fruition. There is nothing more beautiful than proving other people wrong, proving yourself wrong, and watching your dreams come into fruition. People need hope in something. They need a dream in something. They need an escape from something. So show that dream with people. Show people, you sprinkle it in with your life. Show you went out to dinner with your family and pay with it for a Scentsy paycheck. Take a picture of your family. Take a picture of your kids acting wild. Take a picture of your house a train wreck, but you're working your Scentsy business. Rule of thumb for me is I always post something funny in the morning, and I post something Scentsy related every single day. Could be a warmer, could be the joint opportunity, it could be my favorite fragrance. I get more hits with lives. Live videos are where it's at. Me and my husband do something called Live with the Lassiters when he acts right. And I make him come on camera and sniff things with me. And I do it because he's very inappropriate. So he whispers things under his breath that other people can't hear. And I can't control my facial expressions, and I have to go back at him. People love that. I can't when we smell the new scents, I made a James 6-pack, and I probably sold 20 of those 6-packs because people just loved the energy. People need to see you. They can buy the product from anybody. Actually, they don't need to even buy it from anybody. They can go to the Scentsy website and buy it. They're buying from you. Show them you. Don't copy and paste my posts. I love y'all, but please stop copying and pasting people's posts. Make it you. If you know you don't say what the fart, don't say what the fart. You got to make it you. People want to be attracted to you, and you're going to attract the right people. You don't want to attract the wrong people. I've done that a lot in my business. I've attracted the wrong people, and then they drain your energy. You want to attract the right people that are a right fit for you. So share your life, share authentically you, but share Scentsy somewhere every single day, because they need to know you're still the Scentsy guru. You post all the funny things, post your children, post your family, post your life, but you need to be sharing something Scentsy related every single day. The algorithm's crazy right now. I don't get notifications until weeks later. I'm seeing posts from February right now. I'm not even seeing yesterday's post. So you're going to pop up into people's news feeds consistently if you're being consistent. And Dan said that consistency is key. That's all I got.
Katie says she's not good at social media, but if you go to her social media, she's always in her stories talking. She's always showing up authentically. So that's the thing, is like, you don't even have to like social media to show up on it in an authentic way. And that's really what I'm talking about, is authentic shares. Less flyers. I love our marketing section. I love that we have flyer groups. I think that is super helpful for a certain time and place. But your social media, your share should be with you in it, okay? So more of you, more pictures with you and your face, more live videos, more videos in general, okay? Flyers that people make are great, but that's going to be more for informational content, right? So if someone's like, hey, I want to get a flower, what scents do they come in? That's a great time to send them a flyer to say, here are all the options, right? But to get that attraction to that flower, it's going to be you unboxing it. It's going to be you showing real life photos of it changing colors. It's going to be you sharing how 3 months later it's still going strong, right? It's going to be that authentic information where it's going to pique that interest to get that product. Okay. So those flyers are great, but there's a time and place for those. If you go to our social medias, if you go to people who are successful in this business, I'm not saying no flyers, but you're going to see that they're not sharing content like that. I had a teammate come to me and she's struggling with sales, and I would go to her profile and it's literally flyer after flyer after flyer, and it's a share from her group every single post. I don't even know what she looks like because there's no pictures of her. She doesn't even have a profile picture. So people cannot connect with that, right? That is a salesy post. If you're just sharing flyers and those informational posts, that's going to come across salesy, because it is. You can look at that post and tell that the intent of that is for someone to buy it. And that's not what we want to do. We want to go back to authentically sharing what we love, what we use, why we love it, that it's in our everyday life, all of those things. So unboxing products, unboxing orders, sharing what customers are saying about things, sharing about you cleaning your office, whatever that looks like. All of that is content that you can share that people can relate to, okay? Think about going to your favorite restaurant, okay? So if you go to a restaurant, a brand new restaurant, and you are with your family and you absolutely love it. You love the service, you love the food, you love the atmosphere. You're going to share that you love that, right? So when you think about sharing that, think about this in your mind. What is the first thing that you're going to say that you want to share? You're not going to go on Google and look for the logo of the restaurant necessarily and say, oh my gosh, we went here tonight. It was great, right? You're probably going to share a picture of your food. You're probably going to share a picture of your family there together. You may even have a video of everyone's food, right? Or what the place looked like, or maybe there was a funny picture in there that you want to show the decor or something like that, right? So think about that when you're sharing Scentsy. You don't want to share a logo. You don't want to share a flyer. You don't want to share necessarily even a marketing image. Some of those images are great, but we're really trying pushing to get more real life photos. If you don't have the product on hand to take the photos, that is okay. That's not expected in our business, okay? That's why we have groups where people share images that they take of their products. Go on Pinterest, go on Facebook. Even Google, you can find real life photos of pretty much all of our products, okay? It's a little slower when we have the new catalog comes in because people don't have those photos, but pretty much everything we have a real life picture of it, okay? So think about when you're when you're authentically sharing what you love, putting that into Scentsy, okay? When you're changing your wax, when you're wiping down your counters, when they say everything is content, everything is content. And I get it. Social media sucks sometimes. It really does. But I want you to change your mindset with social media that it is a free tool in your business. It is literally a free billboard, okay? When businesses put their information on a billboard, that's not all they do to advertise their business, right? But it is a tool, and that one costs a lot of money. We have social media. There's Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all of half of them, some of them, the newer ones I'm not on yet, but there's so much opportunity out there for you to share your business and what you have to offer, okay? The other thing with social media is not just sharing it, but using it as a connection, again, a connection tool in your business. So if you're having parties online on Facebook, you best believe I'm going through and I'm adding every single one of those people to my social media. Okay. That was something that I had to get over mentally because I saw Facebook before I started Scentsy as a way to connect with my friends and family, right? I still want you to connect with your friends and family, but I want you to use that tool to connect with your customers, to connect with potential teammates, to connect with potential contacts. That's a mouthful, Lord mercy. Okay. So I want you to add people from those parties. Even if they don't buy, I want you to add them because I want them to get to know you. And if you're sharing authentically on your Facebook, you're sharing about your life, but you're also sharing about Scentsy, and they're going to know that you're not just a Scentsy lady, but you're a mom, you're a dog mom, you like to work out, you like to cross stitch, you like to go on walks, whatever it is, there's more to you than just Scentsy. And when people can connect with you outside of Scentsy, that's when they're going to want to support you in Scentsy, okay? So I want you to, whatever you have to do with your settings, I personally, if you're friends with me, you'll see pictures of my boys. If you're not friends with me, I put those on private, because the only people that I want seeing my family are people that I'm friends with, okay? And even then, there's a lot of people that I'm friends with that I don't personally know. And sometimes I'm not sharing my boys as much, at least not their face, because that's a personal preference of mine, okay? But I'm gonna add people from parties. If they say no, I don't even realize it because they're one of a million. Okay. And not that I'm saying that in an ugly way, but you're working your business so big, right? We talked about not having that scarcity mindset. You're working your business so big and so broad that you're not going to know that one person didn't accept your friend request. Okay. You want to message those people. You want to get in their inbox. Facebook is really wonky right now, but there are ways around it. Just do your best. Okay. So if they accept an invite to a Facebook group that is a event for Scentsy, aka party, they have accepted that invite for you to be in their inbox to say, hey, thanks so much for joining the party or the event. can't wait to hang out with you this week and get to know you better, right? Send them that message, add them on Facebook, start that connection. Because the thing is, when you add someone on Facebook, guess who you see in your newsfeed? That person you just added. So they're going to see those authentic shares of you and who you are and what you're about. And it's not just going to be Cincy. And they're going to say, oh, this girl, I like this girl. She's funny. Or she shares funny things in the morning. Or she shares about dogs a lot. They're going to be able to connect with you on other ways. Okay. And I think that's it. Your task and homework for this week is to post a target join post to someone specific. Okay, so think of someone specifically. The first thing that comes to my mind is a stay-at-home mom, because I was a stay-at-home mom when I first started this business and I wanted something more. So I'm going to do probably a TikTok that says this one's for the stay-at-home moms, and I'm going to tell them about the $9 join special where they can work from their phone. Okay, that's an example of what you can do. I don't want you to use a flyer. I don't even want you to share anything that looks promotional. I want you to do it in an authentic way, whether that be a live, a pre-recorded video, even a picture of yourself. This bar changed my life, or this bar means more to me than you will ever know. Whatever if you don't have any ideas, maybe you don't think you're creative, go on our free ChatGPT app and say, hey, here's my task for this week. Help me think of some ideas that I can do in a video or in a post. And it's going to give you ideas of exactly what you can do within your realm of how you share on your social media, okay? And then I want you to, honestly, that's today's task, but if you do that at least weekly, you're going to see a big difference in what you're attracting to your page, okay? So yeah. Today was great. Dan was able to hop on. Katie, do you have anything else? I know she's driving. I'm going to assume not. So we will see you guys tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see y'all tomorrow.